Hi, Kiki.
Hi, how are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm so good. Thank you so much for being with us today.
Thanks for having me.
So it is National Teacher Appreciation Week. Becky, tell me how it's different this year.
Kiki, I taught eighth graders the wonders of science for 31 years. And I can tell you this time of year it's always exciting for teachers, our students coming in with their parents and giving us gifts, whether they're real apples or ceramic apples. Oh, Kiki, the jewelry, all of it, it just makes us smile for sure. But I tell you what, I've traveled all over this country, including New Mexico, and what teachers are telling me is that what they need from folks is to show their appreciation through action. And for them, what that means is they need them to stand up and lift up their voices with them to fight for the funding that our schools need, that our kids need, that they need to do the jobs they love.
Mhm. How can students and parents and caregivers all get involved to say thank you to the educators in their lives? What would be the plan of action that you would suggest to parents today?
So they can still give us the coffee mug, the one Art My Teacher. Yes, we love those. But this year, put a note in the coffee mug handwritten note that says, "We care about you." So we've already called our member of Congress to ask them not to cut funding for our students with disability. Or the note could say, "We support you." So we're going to call our senators and say to them, don't cut funding to our students who come from families who earn low incomes. Or you could write a note that says, "We know you and your students need our help. So we are going to use our social media and we're going to lift up investing in our public schools, not diverting money to private uh, voucher schemes, but we're going to invest in our public schools because we know that our public schools are the foundation of our democracy, really, really, Kiki, of any democracy. So those notes saying they're going to join us in fighting for what our kids need and deserve, that is the best way, the best to show their appreciation.
Mhm. How satisfying is it when you have a child, a student who is maybe not working to their full potential, and you are able to spark an interest in with them with science or with school in general? How satisfying is that to have that child in your care?
Oh my, it's why we do what we do,
Hmm.
Teaching is a hard job and it's
Hmm.
it's gotten much harder. We've always stood in the gaps for our students. Teachers have always taken money out of their own pocket and their families' budgets to fill those gaps for students who need more. But now, in this environment where our public schools are under threat, in some instances, our very teachers are being threatened, and with the right to teach, the complete true history of this country and how it impacts us to today, fighting to keep books in their libraries, fighting to make sure our students can see themselves and they can see others. They have both those mirrors and those windows. So it's so much harder now than it was before. That's why I mean, we know we can't do this by ourselves,
Hmm.
Kiki, if we say every student and we mean every student, we need the support at every single level of this government to provide those resources and opportunities for all of our students. And that's what public schools are about. Public schools educate all of our students.
A teacher changed my life. Mr. Nickerson. I mean, I still remember him. I started high school and I was in a new town. My mom made me move and I didn't know anyone and I wanted to be on the radio. And I just happened to tell this teacher and he said, "You know what? We're having a school dance. I'm going to introduce you to the DJ." And he did. And from there, I started interning and then I got my own show and now I'm here. So, I mean, teachers are so powerful and what they do for their students, how they uplift you and make you feel like anything is possible. I mean, I mean, it's amazing what you do.
That's a, what a wonderful story. Thanks. I'm just smiling, just thinking about the reality. You know, I always say that I taught eighth graders. I taught middle level learners. I love science and I wanted them to love science as much as I did, but I was focused on them as people.
Mhm.
And that story you just shared with us demonstrates how teachers across the country do that all the time. They meet our students where they are, they find that passion in them, and then they help them explore what is important to them.
Mhm.
And for us to do that job, we need the support of others to provide those opportunities for all of our students. So you are right, and that's the experience of students throughout the ages, right? And right now, we have to make sure that our teachers, all of our educators, our parents, our families have the resources so their students can live and they can grow and they can thrive.
Mhm. Where can people go for more information?
They can go to NEA.org/TAW, where they can get lots of creative and fun and exciting ideas about how they can thank their teacher this week and every week, show their appreciation through action.
Becky, I love you. Thank you so much for being here today. I just want to hug you.
Oh, I am a big hugger. So maybe one time, the next time I come to Albuquerque, I can maybe meet you.
I would love that. I mean, I'm talking to you and I'm thinking if I had you as my teacher in the eighth grade, like maybe I would be a STEM girl right now. Who knows? And
Oh,
it's
oh.
powerful.
Now, you know, Kiki, the work you do is also powerful and is a cornerstone of our democracy. So let me take this moment as a teacher to thank you.
Oh, thank you so much. Yes, you have to get in touch if you come back to New Mexico, please.
Absolutely.
All right. Have a great day. Thank you.
You too. Bye bye.
Bye-bye.